Hi. All right, so this week or this weekend, I've been real anxious just about lots of things. So I've been kind of maybe not putting as much effort into the things that are time appropriate for before I go to New York and stuff, and just with the work schedule being kind of packed. And it's the whole day today I was struggling to get the motivation to be like, "Oh, I should film a YouTube episode," but I felt like I didn't really have anything to talk about except for, my just all my indecision and just, fucking idle hands. I put it off and just, I've been kind of I got shit done today, like, but obviously not as much as I had wanted to, and then, just whatever. I was trying to explain to somebody the other day what exactly these videos I'm posting on YouTube are about. Cause I mean, I yes, I feel like it's a hard category to pin down necessarily. Um, Well, again, because I'm just kind of like sporadic. I talk about all kinds of shit, but the I guess, main theme or message that I'm trying to convey to you people on the internet is basically alchemy and, how to use it to manifest good things in your life and, you know, neuroplasticity. Again, that seems, voodoo to people who might not understand exactly how I'm meaning this. I feel like I've touched on this in one of the other videos, but just in today's world, a lot of people are married to the victim mentality and just cannot accept accountability, and they just they wallow in that, and it becomes their whole vibe, and just like all they can think about. I think, really, it seems like it's all they can talk about most of the time anyway. And I'm sure we've all have encountered at least one or two people like that in our lives. um and I'm sure that those people are just such a drain to be around. They're like energy vampires. They just suck the life out of you because you pity them and you don't want to be mean to them, but at the same time, telling them like, "Hey, buck the fuck up," would just destroy their fragile, existence. But if you don't do that, then, I love the saying, "It's not a loss, it's a lesson." Transitive property. Bad things that happen to you can be great lessons, and if you don't make those bad things like your identity, you can get into a headspace where you can I'm not even sure how it actually works, but I'm telling you, you can use these bad things and you can manifest them into awesome things happening in your life. I'm not even talking like, "Oh, this happened, so you go and turn around and do this to counteract it." No, it's and again, I'm not super like hippy dip, but and I forget what the terms and whatever for shit is, but basically, I mean, it's manifesting. And I feel like there's a lot of different terms that get thrown around that people might not identify them as being the same thing, but really they kind of are. Manifesting and alchemy, prayer. It's all, again, just keeping a positive mindset, and you know the words that you're speaking to yourself in your head and to other people and out loud, they reflect the direction that you're moving towards, and not where you've been and where you're stuck. Yeah, detachment is a big part of that. And again, even for me, like, it's been so hard for me to detach because when it becomes multiple things happening, where it's like, okay, like homeowners insurance, which is very technical, like, by the book, like, okay, business days and business hours, and you know versus like people's like personal qualms with me that they 24 hours a day, but you know where do like beyond work, being busy, and me being tired after work, and then just whatever, like finding the time for the mental bandwidth to like deal with an emotional issue that maybe I'm not focused on right this, and or even weeks, last months, whatever, because detached from it. um but it, if whoever is coming to you wanting to have a dialogue about whatever the issue, depending on how important that person is in your life, you do need to make time for them at some point. I mean, not to your own detriment, but you know and yeah, I've just felt very overwhelmed by all the opportunity and potential of good things. Good things scare me. Shitty shit I'm so desensitized by that, even people with like toxic relationships and shit, you become so comfortable in that space that anything growth oriented, or that is an elevation for your life, becomes like scary and almost a threat, because yeah, you have to kill the comfortability that you have, like, been cultivating for however long, to grow and to, yeah, elevate, move towards something that you may want, or you may think you want. And that's, again, that's how people get stuck in awful cycles that just wear them down to the bone mentally, um because maybe that's the only type of relationship they've ever had, and that's what they know, and in their head they're like, okay, well, at least if I'm with this kind of person, and these bad things that I know are going to pop up, I'll know how to deal with them. I'll be very familiar and experienced. Versus, a relationship that requires you to grow and become a better version of yourself. Whereas, you might not, if you're not really dedicated to it, you might not pass that test, and then you're going to fail in front of somebody, which I think people are very afraid to let people see them fail. I don't like it, but I know it's an important part of life, and I wish I'd done it a lot more when I was younger, to just, take the fucking training wheels off. Because it doesn't get any easier when you get older, because at that point you're like, well, I've lived my life for so many years like this. Why I'm set in my ways. And it's just like, okay, dog, you're in your 30s, calm down. So that is a struggle when it's like multiple aspects of life, of like, okay, these potential opportunities and awesome adventures and technical insurance, home repairs, and emotional issues with people who, are important, but I just haven't been able to make a priority because we're in two different headspaces and like life phases. But you know what? It's crazy because all that's very valid, and I try to give myself as much grace as possible, or as much grace as I would give to anyone I care about. But then I was just looking on Facebook. Ooh, I can feel it coming. I like literally had not even teared up a little bit until, and it's crazy how much just saying something out loud can affect you. Like, it's been an hour and a half, and but I was sitting on Facebook, and I saw, man, I feel like such a pussy right now. I'm an emo little bitch. That's why I might cut my elbows. My first best friend, who she lived across the street from me. Like, I was like 1 year old, and she hadn't even been born yet, and we were like, destined to be best friends because our parents were friends and lived across the street, and we were basically going to be the same age. But my childhood best friend, I just saw her dad passed away. I guess in March. Man, and her and I haven't we haven't talked. We haven't talked in a long time. Like 4-5 years probably. And before that it was several years. Just because of bullshit, at that point, yeah, I was in my mid-20s. And we kind of had a falling out because I had been going through something very terrible, and I wasn't telling anybody about it. So you can't expect people to give you grace when you're not giving them transparency, because I was just so ashamed. And I felt even I'd done nothing wrong except for maybe gullible, or I don't know, whatever. But I was just carrying so much shame, and like I didn't feel like I could I didn't tell anybody for years about what I was going through at the time, just because it felt so like demeaning to myself to even talk about. Like, I felt pathetic for even like allowing myself to be in a position to have something like that happen to me. And I didn't want anybody to know, I just, for a long time, I was like, well, if I don't tell anybody, then nobody can judge me about it. And I'll be fine, and it'll just be my dirty little secret that me and a couple other people know, and that'll be our fucking filthy little club. And she perceived me dealing with that in a emotionally unhealthy way as like I mean, I don't know what she thought. I think she thinks I'm like not upset with her, but like don't care, or that I'm selfish or self-absorbed. I don't know. Her mom unfriended me on Facebook, which again, I have to take that with a grain of salt. because her and her mom used to fucking pick on me relentlessly. They moved to California when she was in like the second or third grade. But yeah, they would always just pick on me. I was an only child. She had an older brother. I mean, he was like 16 or something. So he was like like way older. Picked on her, but I didn't even have my dad in home. So I just felt like they were just really harsh on me a lot of times and would play jokes into the fucking grave that I didn't think were funny and that would make me feel bad about myself or my body. So again, a grain of salt of like, okay, if that hadn't happened, I would obviously wanted to maintain as close a connection as possible. But things like that, they make you feel like who like at that point you're apprehensive to share things that are personally like that you're not proud of, and telling them to somebody who in the past has made jokes or light of things that were digs at you or whatever. So and I'm not dogging her. I'm just trying to give as much fucking like of a layout of like what the situation is as possible. Like we were best friends until my 20s, or until our 20s, and like even long distance, we were always best friends. Like, and she would never ever accept me calling any other, probably man or woman, my best friend. So I can imagine some of the Destiny posts and stuff. She probably fucking hates her, because I know we're always gonna be fucking best friends. Like, even though we are polar fucking opposites, shared experience, foundation for friendship. So yeah, seeing that her father had passed away, Laszlo, you're doing too much. And they live in California, but the thing that they had posted, there's going to be a celebration of life here at the end of the month. And the last time I saw her was 4 or 5 years ago, and when she was in town for when her grandma died. So I mean, obviously I'm gonna hit her up now that I've seen her fucking dad died. Cause, no matter the amount of time we haven't talked. I mean, she wasn't like a daddy's girl, but like she my dad was a piece of shit, but I would have loved to have him around. I know that he did a lot for it because he was like a contractor, so any kind of home improve, oh my god, I would love that so much. Right, my ceilings would be fixed. But yeah, like, life's too short to be holding on to fucking stupid bullshit or holding yourself back because you're scared or nervous or anxious. And it just makes me feel like, fuck, how much time I've wasted on my life that, like, you don't get back. I told my boss this week that I have a lot of projects this year that I want to be a part of, and that I'm gonna need more time off work than I might usually take. And that was also an emotional part of the week, because I basically went on a spiel about how I don't want to wake up in 10 years and be bitter and blaming my boss of my t-shirt printing job because I didn't go out and do the things that I wanted to do, or because I made excuses like, oh, well, work was too busy and I couldn't take, like, If something's important to you, make the fucking time. If someone's important to you, make the fucking time. Because you don't have forever. And it sucks, because her mom unfriended me and stuff about her dad. And never did. He would message me and say how cool he thought the stuff I do is. I don't know. I mean, he's not my dad. He wasn't even a father figure really to me, but it's nice to, like, have someone that is a father, you know, of somebody that you know and grew up with, and have them see you grow up and have them think like, wow, the person that you turned into is pretty rad, you know, in spite of all of the things. Just being like, yeah, that's really fucking awesome what you're doing. Even though, you know, a lot of people think it's fucking stupid. I had somebody comment on one of my videos. He, like, knows one of my friends. He's like, so you know Christo? That's my brother. Some of this shit's pretty weird, but some of it's cool. Like, just talking about the videos I post. I was like, yeah, I know. That's the reception I get from most people. I need tissue. Oh. Yeah. Life's too short. And don't wait till it's too late to fucking tell someone how much you care about them. Or that you're sorry. Or whatever. Anything. Because once you're gone or they're gone, like, nobody can say anything to anyone about anything. And again, that's a regret and just a weight that you don't have to carry around with you for the rest of your life. Like, not doing the thing, not talking to the person, not trying to resolve something with someone for whatever reason, like, because you're like, oh, it's not worth it. Like, they'll come around eventually. Like, what if they don't? And what if you never get a chance? What if you just let it pass you by and you thought you had all the time in the world when you really don't? I don't know. And then I didn't mean for this to be such like an emo episode. 'Cause fucking again, don't underestimate the power of the release that you get from talking about something. You can think about it as much as you want, whatever. Saying it out loud is a whole nother fucking ballgame. Or even writing it down or talking about it with somebody. You can't just keep it in there. Or even if you're trying to, like, you know, disassociate from it, it's a bad idea. I don't know. But what I do know is that if you subscribe to Troma now, the first month is free, and then it's only $4.99 a month after that. Thousands of independent movies, comics, TV shows, documentaries, and more. What can you ask for? There's new stuff every month, and Uncle Lloydie would really appreciate if you would subscribe. Thank you. And our other sponsor, Nerds Nest Collectibles. I need to think of like a little jingle. Nerds Nest Collectibles. Ow! They're the Memorial Day. Oh my god, how do I keep mispronouncing that? I'm like, I think I'm having a stroke. Or I have like a brain tumor or something. Memorial Day sale, Memorial Day sale. It's over. It's gone. If you didn't take advantage of it, you missed out. But you know what? You can still buy their products at full price at nerdsnestcollectibles.com. You can wait till the next holiday and there'll probably be another sale. But till then, follow them on Facebook and Instagram, Nerds Nest Collectibles. My cat get in the closet. So yeah. And it's crazy because now my fake eyelashes are coming off and shit. But crying. My nose is stuffy as fuck. It's a fucking nightmare. It's only been a half hour. I don't even know what else to talk about. We're going to New York next week. Saturday. Through some other days. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. We're gonna stay at Uncle Lloydie's house for a couple of nights. Gonna go to the Trump office. Gonna hang out with Kevin Michaels. Other people hit me up probably. I still need to respond to messages and shit. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Lots of laughs, hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking stuffy. Yeah, I don't know. It's exciting. We're gonna do lots of cool stuff. I can see my eyelashes coming off. Do I just rip it off right now? Wait. Is it like I don't want to rip it off right now. Maybe I can just stick it back down. Nope. Oh, it's just basically hanging off. Oh, they're both just ha. Ah, I've shed my baby spiders from my eyes. Oh, yes. Ah, the weight lifted from my eyelid. So yeah, good things are coming. We're manifesting positivity in our lives. But the hard shit, the only way out is through, which sucks. I mean, it's time consuming. It's you have to do it. It doesn't suck as much as not doing it. Because then that just compounds with time, and then you got all this fucking mental and emotional interest that you pay for not dealing with it when you should. So just make the time. Just deal with it. Like, we're all adults. We should all be dealing with our problems when they're happening to the best of our abilities. But yeah. It's fucking difficult. Try to stay focused. You know, find whatever meditation means to you. That helps a lot. It does not mean just sitting there in silence and focusing on fucking I forget what it's called. Or I don't even think that's meditation necessarily. Grounding and whatever. Breathing techniques. But, you know, find a way to center yourself in whatever way that is. Meditation is a lot more than it's portrayed as on TV. But yeah, just keep on trucking. We're all gonna get through this. It's gonna be okay eventually. And we're all gonna be stronger because of it. Or we won't. No, just kidding. You will. You'll be stronger because of it. Don't let it demolish you. Whatever it is, you can get through it. Anything you put your mind to. What the fuck are you doing? What are you tearing up right now? What is that? Oh. Look. This little disrespectful motherfucker. You're just tearing up fucking Toxic Avenger film. That's why we can't have nice things in this house. Because little assholes like that guy. Alright. I'm signing off of here. Everybody, be kind. Keep creating. And fucking try to keep it to fucking together, dude. I mean, ugh, in this economy.